What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Pop Culture Gamers podcast. And today I have another unboxing, and this one really is unusual. So let's have a look. And we have a Haute Plus. So this is basically a fight stick, but without a stick, and this is small. As you can see, I'll just compare it to a controller, and there really isn't that much difference in the size of this, but this is really intriguing, and I've been fancying having a try of one of these, so I thought, yeah, why not? And here we are. So we have our manual, which goes into all of the modes. Here we have X input, switch input, PS3, dim mode, which is also Raspberry Pi and Android compatible, PS4 mode, which is compatible with the PS4 on PS5 console, and the keyboard functionality as well. There's different input modes and stuff like that, so there's lots of compatibility with this as well, but you can use it with Steam, you can use it with Windows. I believe it also works on Xbox, etc, etc. So that's the manual. We get a micro switch, and also some button covers, some feet for it, so a puller for the micro switches as well, because yes, it does actually run, the type of keyboard micro switches, the cherry greys that it runs, so they're very clicky, but they're not clicking as it were, but I actually quite like those. I think that these work quite well for this sort of stick. We have to have one of these, don't we? The obligatory USB-C cable. And finally, the controller itself. And there it is. Now, this, I'm quite sure everybody will be going, huh? What on earth is that? Etc, etc. This is the controller. There is no stick with this. Well, the first time I saw one of these, I was as confused as anybody else would be. But evidently, it's a really good way of playing games. So this is up, down, left, and right. This is also up or jump, so you can actually play it like this. So if you're a keyboard player on a PC, for example, you might be using the stick, and this would be where the space bar is. This is left 3, this is right 3. You've got your normal sort of like start buttons, but you've got A, X, Y, B. We've got a turbo button over here. We've got different touch PS share options, start, back, home, all on these ones. These are actually domed. These are not micro switches, but they're just domed ones. And then you've got your RB, LB, RT, LT, etc, etc. But as you can see, it does look really nice, and we can take it off, and there is the actual cherry switches. But just listen to this. It does sound more like a keyboard than an arcade stick. For example, here is my Mayflash 300. This has got Sanwa buttons on it as well. Listen to the difference. even doing the exact same button, so both on A or X. So you can actually tell there's a difference. There is, I would say, a little bit more travel on these buttons, but I'm not sure where the actuator actually kicks in on these. That'll be something that I'll be able to spot, whereas the movement is a little bit less there. Not much, I don't think. I think, but it is about twice as, or half the height of the Haute 42 controller. So let's have a look at the back of the unit, and what it actually has is it's got the different input modes. So when you switch this on, what you do is you would hold either A or B or RT or X or Y, and then that would select the actual mode that's in. But I love the fact that it's in this translucent sort of case. Looking at the sides, we have a USB expansion port here. This is not for connecting to your PC, this is for expansion. Now what that expansion is, I just don't know, but there is an expansion there. This is the top USB connector, but there is also one on the side. So dependent upon how you want your stick to look, so for example, you might want to plug it in at the side, or if it's more appropriate, and especially for the desk that I've got, maybe you want to plug it in at the top. You can also get different software for this, so if you wanted to, you could use this as a sort of like Stream Deck, but you know, obviously a bit more limited in terms of the way that it would work, but that is always another option for you as well. But it is a lovely controller. A final thing about this controller is here as well. We have a little screen, which we'll see what that does shortly. So this is the first thing we'll do. We'll plug this in. Now this is going to look nice. Yes, it is RGB as well. And doesn't it look absolutely gorgeous? And when you press the buttons, as you can see in the little screen up here, not only does the light change colour, the button change colour, etc. But it also shows up on the screen. Let's have a look and see what does this look like when we're playing maybe a fighter, and then we'll have a look at an arcade game.
Fight! You will suffer. me like train!
Okay, that's my look at the Haute pad. This is a great little 16 key all button hitbox. Basically it will run on PC, PS3, PS4, Switch and Steam, but also I believe it will work on PS5 and Xbox as well. Personally, from using it, I would say that the build quality is really excellent. It feels properly firm, and you know, the type of thing that you're actually getting value for money for. The acrylic here is feels really nice quality. It's very thick. The lighting is great on it. There's lots and lots of options for you to be able to do. I like the fact that there are 2 inputs on the USB for running your cable, depending upon what your cable management's going to be. A little bit unsure about the extra USB port and what the extension's for, but overall I think that this is a really good value for money controller, especially if you want to get into the hitbox sort of style rather than having a pad that you've actually got buttons. It feels great to play. The only thing that might be a bit of a stumbling block for people is obviously the fact that there is a learning curve with this, and you do tend to feel like your fingers are flying all over the place quite quickly. Other than that, strongly recommend it, especially if you're into fighter games or old style arcade games. One of the things I'm planning on doing is seeing if this runs on an Evercade VS, because I think that it should be compatible with that because it's got X and D input on there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out, and obviously a lot of those games on the Evercade system would be perfect for this. Alright, so if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and also don't forget to click on that subscribe button and you'll get more content coming your way as soon as we make the next video. Also, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.